Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings, and mercy of God be upon you all. Today we have with us Brother Abu Zayd. Brother Abu Zayd is going to tell us a little bit, inshallah, about his initial journey to Islam. So, Brother Abu Zayd, what sparked your initial interest in the religion of Islam, since you did not grow up as a Muslim?
When I first started out learning about Islam was when I was a little bit younger. My dad was actually in the military, and so he did a couple tours in the Middle East, told me a little bit about the Muslims that he was in contact with. Against what everything said on the news a lot of the time, his general consensus was that they were actually pretty good people. So that was my first experience hearing about it. After I went to college in Daytona, Florida, I came in contact with a lot of Muslims that were doing engineering programs as well, same as I was. And so through time I went to their apartments and got to see how they lived. And I liked their lifestyle, so I started learning a little bit more about Islam, asking them questions, and just over time, my second semester, I was really starting to study the Quran a lot, starting to learn more and more about the Islamic history, and alhamdulillah, I took my shahada in April of that year. So it was a very good experience, alhamdulillah.
Now, you received a free copy of the English translation of the meaning of the Quran, the one that you're holding in your hands.
Yes.
At the Islamic Center in Daytona.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what part that played in your journey to Islam.
I would hear them recite the Quran in Arabic all the time, and I always just kind of was hoping that eventually one day I would know what it meant. And so there was a prayer room on the university, and there was also, like you said, the Islamic Center, and they had these copies exactly the same as this one. And I was able to sit down and read, the actual, text of the Quran, not just what I was reading online and, in small pamphlets that I was being handed. And it was really nice to be able to actually sit and read, the entire story of the Quran and see, how, the miracles that Allah showed in the Quran. I came from more of a scientific and engineering background, at first, and so to see a lot of the scientific and medical miracles that are described in the Quran was really just more of an affirmation of what I was learning before.
Do you have any words of encouragement for the Muslim brothers and sisters in our community that are going to see this video about contributing to the Furqaan Project, so that this this translation of the Quran in English and the one we have in Spanish is freely available to people in this country to learn about the religion?
Yeah, for those of you that were born Muslim or that emigrated from other countries to the United States, I can't stress to you how much you guys are the only ones who can teach non-Muslims about Islam. The only way that anybody converts to Islam is because of your efforts. And so by donating to this program and being able to supply Muslims like me with the Quran when they're first learning, the benefit for the person that becomes Muslim or the person who's reading and for you is just something that you can't even begin to calculate. Think about it, everything that they learn in Islam after you provide a Quran for them, their good deeds also count towards you as well. It's a benefit for you, and it's a benefit for the Muslim, the people that are learning about Islam as well.
Well, Brother Abu Zayd, thank you very much for giving us some of your time today to tell us about your journey to Islam. May God Almighty increase you in faith, and may He take your soul as a believing Muslim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessing, and mercy of God be upon you all.